Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. I'm currently here with someone that I've muted, but he is going to speak and basically going to talk about where he is. So this is going to be very interesting. I have got a Bluetooth speaker which I was going to connect when you joined because I don't think they'll be able to hear you.
Yeah.
But we will have a look. Apparently it is connected. But what? Why? What the fuck? Okay, somehow it's connected to my fucking, hold on. Why does it keep connecting to my phone? I don't want it no.
Connect to the phone. Hello.
Hold on. I think they will be able to hear you. If you speak, hold on. Speak, just randomly speak.
Hello.
Well, on my audio mixer, it picks up you, so hopefully it picks up you.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, that's just pissed me off. It says it's connected, but it won't. Oh, fuck you then, speaker. I just have to turn up the volume or try and put the speaker to, yeah. It's picking up your voice. Hold on, let me watch my video because I know I'm live. Hold on. Let's see if it actually picks up. If it does, then I'm happy. Hold on. My channel. Live. Yeah. It's picking up your voice. Hold on, let me watch my video because I know I'm live. Hold on. Let's see if it actually. Your voice does come up.
My voice always comes up.
Luckily, they don't know who you are. But if I hold on, can I not put my phone just literally right next to the fucking camera?
Might work with that.
Fucking pick up, will ya? Hold on.
Pick up.
Well, we will do with that, to be honest, because yeah. But it literally every time that you like drop something or pick up something, it picks up your audio.
Wow.
But yeah, if you'd like to introduce yourself, but don't say your surname because people will search you up.
I'm not bothered about that. So my name is Kyle and I'm a prisoner.
And he's a prisoner that I knew when I went to Winchester. And we both have the same name.
Yeah, weirdly enough.
So obviously, yeah, like, he's currently in prison at the moment, but he's not in Winchester. He's currently in, where are you?
HMP Chatsworth Wood.
So if you want to go and say hello, then if you want to get yourself arrested, then yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to say hello or get yourself arrested, feel free.
To be honest, guys, I will say Challenge Wood is quite big. Very big.
Yeah, it's a prison that holds 725 prisoners at the moment, which apparently it's going to be by 2025, it'll be up to 1,500 capacity.
Yeah, but luckily, you ain't in until 2025. He gets released this year, which is really good.
Yeah, so I'm out in September. Yeah, there's a few hurdles still. Like everyone comes across those in prison, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
So tell my audience what is prison like.
Well, each individual has their own aspect of it. To me, if I'm honest, it's it's like a little holiday. But I'll say now is what you guys see on TV. It's nothing compared to that. It's like what you see on TV, like where prisoners are like doing whatever. They're always out their cells. That is not true. The prison system works on a strict regime where you're entitled to 2 hours association a day, and in that 2 hours you have to have a bit of exercise, like, which is allegedly 40 minutes a day. You have to shower, do everything in those 2 hours. Lucky enough, in a CCAT prison, which is classed as a working training prison, you get more freedom out yourself, which it used to be 12 hours a day, and now it's down to approximately, roughly, say, 6 hours. And it's crap. The food in prison isn't as nice as what some people say it is. The portion size are worse than what you have at school. But all these like stories that you hear and you see on the TV, like men getting bummed in the showers, none of that is true. Don't get me wrong, it can happen.
If you drop the soap.
if you drop the soap. And weirdly enough, the first time I ever come to prison, I used to tie my soap bar to my arm and then walk to the shower with it. And an officer in my last year, when I was in Reading prison before it shut, it's like, Kyle, why have you got a soap bar tied to your arm? Well, I don't want to drop it because I don't want to have to bend over to reach it, and I don't want no black man doing me up the arm. And we just started laughing, and he goes, no, prison's not like that. And all I can say is, prison is what you make it. Is your first few weeks or first few days is horrible, and you do get men in here that think they're the bees and the knees, they're hard as nails, but I can tell you now, no matter how big and hard you are, on your first night, you cry because you miss that freedom you once had. Yeah, it could be for a short period of time, you could be inside, it could be a very long time. And it's when the first thoughts you get in your head is, what are my loved ones doing? What are my kids doing, if you've got kids? Or what are my brothers and sisters doing without me? And what are my mates up to tonight? Oh, they're probably in the pub having a pint for me. And it is hard the first few days. You can make friends in prison. Some people choose not to. Some people just hide themselves away in their cell because they feel that is their way of coping. And all I can say is, when you're in prison, make the most of your time, because you've got all the time in the world. Yeah, it's not good if you've got mental health, because all that time you've got on your hands, you could think negative stuff like, oh, my family, like my partner, I've heard she's doing this, or my boyfriend's doing this, all this cut up, this. And when you get into that kind of circle, it's hard to get back out. But eventually you can maybe steer yourself away from that. And in these movies, like, you see prisoners drinking stuff like homemade prison brew, like hooch. It's just made up crap. And I highly don't recommend it, because what they don't show you in these films or series you watch is the consequences they have. So some consequences can be loss of life because the chemicals in it. Some cases I've known it to blind people. Other cases I've seen people get added time to their sentence. And if you got caught with it, you are likely to get another 42 days to 14 days added to your sentence. It may not sound much, but that will be used against you with your probation officer, and probation are useless anyway. So Kyle, what was your thoughts about being in prison anyway?
Well, my experience, obviously, in the first day, and I did make a video of where I went for the last 6 months. But I will say again, so obviously, when you first get there, it's really scary. Plus, it was my first time in prison, and when I got to like the reception, they firstly asked, "Are you likely to self-harm yourself or to commit suicide and stuff like that?" And obviously I said yes in a sense, because I got like mental health issues, very like severe kind of thing, and basically they put me on an ACT, which is it ACCT or is it ACT? No, ACT.
It's ACCT.
Which stands for, I don't know. It's something teamwork, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I think it means acute.
So it's basically ACCT. So it's basically assessment, care in custody, and teamwork, basically.
Basically, as Kyle knows himself, is you can be placed on those for they try setting a time frame with amongst their like their managers, which is like CM, the governors, if need be, for you to be on that for. I think it's normally a week, isn't it, Kyle? To start off with.
It's a week, and they basically review it with mental health team that was inside, kind of thing. And then they see how you are, kind of thing. But I was on the ACT for about 3 months, I think, because of the amount of self-harm and stuff like that. Because I will say as well, when you're on remand, you have no idea what's going on. You don't know when you're getting out. Remand can go on for years, but luckily mine only went on for 4 months, which it's a hellhole kind of thing. But at the same time, when I got sentenced, it was a big change, like relief for me kind of thing, and I actually knew when I was getting out. To be honest, I got out on the same year as well. And if you'd like to know, I went in on the 18th of May 2022, and I got out on the 16th of November 2022.
Okay, rub it in now.
Because lovely, my other friend Kyle has to stay here until September.
This year. I am what they class as in their eyes, I'm a career criminal. I've done, but when I get out in September, I'll have done just under 12 years in prison overall. I'm not proud of it. If any prisoner says to me or anyone I know that I'm proud to say I've done this, like in prison,
I think they have to be crazy to say that, to be honest. I would say that like a wrong in the head. They're tapped. He's the one. Don't get me wrong. When I was Kyle's age, when I was like when I was early 20s, I found prison fun. It was just like a little escape from reality, a little break from everything. And I thought,
it's like when I hit 26, weirdly enough, I was in this establishment for 6 months. Out of a 16-month sentence, I had 6 months left, and I was transferred here. I kept my head down. Don't get me wrong. I did try a bit of spice. I've done it before. It's not recommendable. It can kill you. But I was given a lifeline by a true friend of mine, and weirdly enough, I met him in prison back in 2015, and we spent a year sharing cells in Winchester, and he had his own business. So when I was here last, he offered me a job, and at first I kind of laughed at him and was like, no, I like to live my life doing what I like, and my kind of lifestyle at the time was just always in and out, prison, causing trouble, fighting with police officers, beating people up in pubs, and it come to a point where I thought, you know what, I'm too old, I'm getting too old for this lifestyle, and I don't want to live my life like this. He's like, my mum was getting ill, and I didn't realise how ill she was, and everyone in my family, my friends, doubted me at the time, like, when Kyle gets out of prison, he'll be back in within a few days or weeks, and I stayed out of trouble to 2022, and so I went just under 4 years of staying out of trouble, and don't get me wrong, it's nice to have your freedom and be working, having a family of your own if you choose to do that, or going abroad on holidays, treating yourself. It's rewarding, but also at the same time, just be prepared for life to throw shit at you. And no matter what we do as ex-prisoners or still being in prison like myself, is you're always judged either way. And I'm sure Kyle will totally agree on the judgmental side is when you've been in prison, you're just a label, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah. You, like, hold on, I will let you know. I've still got my prison card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So guys, obviously when you go into prison, not at the first beginning, they should do it at first beginning when you get in, but I will let you know, every officer can't be asked to do the job properly. And basically, I will cover up my name and details and shit like that. But yeah, you'll get kind of that in a sense. And look how young I was. I was. When was I? I was 19, I think. Yeah, I was 19.
Yeah,
I was 19 at that time. And you'll basically get one of these. Or you should do. And if you're wondering, there's stars on the end of them. It's basically, there's a gym inside Winchester, isn't there?
Yeah, so the star is
it's your induction, basically. It's for your induction, isn't it?
Yeah, so you do that. Most prisons you go to, you do an induction, and those inductions can last a day in some prisons, like Winchester itself. When you get to a CCAT train, like prison like Changswood, that train, that induction lasts just under 2 weeks. And you when you go to the gym to do an induction, they ask if you've got any medical issues, and if you state that you've got anything wrong with you, any disabilities, they will ban you from using the gym with immediate effect. And if you really want to use the gym, you have to book to see the prison's doctors, which are useless in some prisons. And when you get signed off by them approving you to go to the gym, you then go to the gym, and then they'll stamp a star in it. I don't know why it's a star. They could put anything, like a number, anything.
But I do like the fact as well, when you go to the gym, there was a lot of people when I was there, and I think Kyle was there as well, wanting to go to the gym mostly every single day. But because obviously we were in D wing, there's C wing, A wing, B. No, why do I do that in random order? There's A, B, and C wings as well. Obviously, when I was there, A wing was actually stuck like being rebuilt, kind of thing.
That's right, yeah.
And then near to the time that I was getting released, it opened for induction people.
Right.
So when people come in to like prison, even if they're new or old kind of thing, they go straight into there kind of thing, and then they get reassigned to their kind of wing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And luckily me and Kyle were in the same wing, but also very crazy because obviously it was designed for like disability people, isn't it?
Yeah, so what Kyle means by that is you have main, like what they class as a men's, which is mainly basically on people that aren't deemed to the prison as vulnerable. So what I mean by vulnerable is people that have forms of mental health issues and stuff like that. And in the prison, and when you're in prison, it's like being on a VP wing. Some main prisoners don't like that.
No, it pisses off a lot of people.
Yeah, but being on a VP wing is nothing special. You all get treated the same, and most of the time, the officers have more time to go out their way to help you than what they would on a main.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Pretty much, yeah. Obviously, the officers, some officers were really, really nice. On the other hand, Carl just didn't like any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I totally disagree there.
But like, it just depends on people's preferences in a sense, because obviously there's a lot of prisoners that I knew there that were really, really nice and not threatening at all. For instance, a person there, his real name's called Michael. I don't know his second name, but his name's called Michael. But we call him Hagrid because he looks like Hagrid.
Yeah.
But he used to be the orderly, didn't he? He used to basically...
Yeah.
So what he did is he used to give out forms that we used to have. So what forms did we have? We had phone apps, visit apps, general apps.
All the apps you can get, like some are like catalogue order forms.
Yeah, also
forms,
we can actually,
forms.
right, now obviously...
The list goes on forever.
Yeah, but obviously when you said, like, I don't know how long ago, but obviously you said it in this video, but I don't know when, but, like, obviously you see in movies and stuff like that, also I have had people, like some of my friends kind of thing, you do get a TV in your room. The TV is fucking small. It's kind of like the size of my monitor.
So, the TVs in most government-run prisons are standard standard size of 14 inches with 16 to 18 channels. And they're all, in my opinion, on the channels, they're all old granddads.
Yeah.
It's something like my dead granddad would have loved, like watching antique road shows and Emmerdale and Coronation Street.
Obviously, we get BBC One, ITV, ITV2, Channel 4, Channel 5, D-Max, Dave, 5 Star, My5. We not My5, that's the app. Channel 5. We get kind of them in a sense, but obviously we do get random other ones as well. We do get like just random shitty ones kind of thing. But like when we were there, we get around about, as Carl said, around about 16 to 18 channels. That's literally all we have. I will let you know as well. It pisses everyone off, including the mains as well, when they basically say, like on a form that comes through our cell door, saying, "Oh, we're doing stuff to the electricals and stuff. You won't be watching TV, or any electrical stuff won't be on until these certain times." And it's annoying as well when A-Wing was being built, and I think you was with me as well when A-Wing was being built. There was just random power cuts.
Yeah. So HMP Winchester is a Victorian prison. It is one of the worst BCAT prisons in the prison. It's ranked in the top 10. Unfortunately, Winchester is in the top 4 of the worst prisons in the country. And there is a lot of violence in HMP Winchester due to staff shortages. It's very volatile. So if you don't want to watch the crap they put on the TV, if you want to see a bit of entertainment, just stand at your cell door when there's unlocked. There's guaranteed to be an issue with prisoners kicking off. So if you find that entertaining, just stand there and watch and have a laugh. It's like,
also, if you...
Kyle will probably agree, it's like watching like the Jeremy Kyle show being in prison some days.
Pretty much, yeah. It's also as well, guys, is if you do like watch, like, for instance, BBC News or Channel 4 and stuff like that, you may have realised Winchester HMP/YOI Winchester has been on the news because of, apparently, and this is kind of true, of the state of the prison. Now, when I watched it, it said the governor that was on here, at Winchester, which is hopefully still there now, said...
Shut the fuck up!
I'm
not telling you guys to shut the fuck up.
No, if you can hear in his background, you can probably hear prisoners shouting out their door.
Yeah.
But obviously, when the governor basically said, "Oh, we don't live in the pigsty," we do. We do. The governor in there wants to tell the news fake stuff. Everything he comes out of his mouth is fake. We do live in the pigsty.
So, I've been in Winchester prison numerous times. Oh, the phone's going to cut out, Kyle.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll ring back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Also, guys, if you don't realise as well, his phone is a kind of like a BT phone. And it pisses off us, so we now have to wait until he calls back, which you'll hear my ringtone.
What?
Hello. I was literally just talking about your shitty phone in your cell.
Yeah, so every establishment works differently. HMP Winchester, you can literally ring someone for as long as you want. You can be on the phone for like 2 hours, 3 hours. Here in Challenge Wood, which is I've nicknamed it the Rock because it makes you insane. They think it's funny to cut your tools off after 10 minutes because they're wankers.
Yeah. It does really, like, obviously, guys, if you haven't experienced prison, one, never experience it, and two, it's just a load of piece, like, it's shit. It is generally shit. I'm gonna try and pick a picture for you guys at home, kind of thing, of what it looked like in Winchester.
We've quickly gone downhill 15 years. As mentioned earlier, it's a Victorian jail. There's no prison. The building is crumbling. I have seen prisoners break out of their cells over the years by using to the wall, their knives, and it is funny to watch them do that because the prison no issues with our building. It's adequate. That is not true. It's an unsafe prison in many ways. They have rat problems, and the food is just outrageous. It's not fit for purpose to serve the prisoners.
No, literally, guys, there is, like, when you was talking about rats and stuff like that, I have literally found the BBC News of rat infestation found at Winchester. Now, obviously, this is a long ass time ago. This is around about 2014 to 2015. But I will let you know, when they say, "Oh, it's all been sorted," it hasn't been sorted. They've probably just put a fucking piece of wood over the hole, saying, "Oh, it's done." No, it's not. Like, it is still ongoing, and because of the power cuts, they've also blamed as well. When I said to a officer, I basically said, "Oh, why is there power cuts?" They said, "Oh, one of the engineers have, like, sawed through the wires." No, it wasn't the problem. It was actually rats that has chewed through the wires, allowing everyone to have a power cut. That does include the kitchen as well. The kitchen didn't have power, and we all had to get what was it, like, oh, I forgot what it's called, pasties and stuff like that. And the pasties are shit, very, very shit. I can also hear a lot of noise in your fucking background.
Yeah, welcome to Chelmsford, where everyone just thinks it's appropriate to start shouting out the door at each other.
May have, like, obviously, when I was there, yes, I did shout at the door. But, at the same time, I will let you know, a lovely person called Jack decided to fucking shout massively. I think he was probably the most ones until Elkin left.
Yeah.
Elkin used to shout out the door constantly.
And Kyle was a well-behaved prisoner whilst he was there. He was a goody two-shoes. He kept his head down, and I can't really talk for myself. I was what they call a screwball. I would go to the office, telling the officers what was happening. Am I correct there, Kyle? That I was a screwboy, or was I?
No. Some of the times that you like, obviously you were really, really good and stuff like that. But because obviously people don't understand, like, and I think you'll agree as well. People don't understand, or most of the officers don't understand our side of our mental health in a sense, and they think basically they're like we don't know what we're talking about, but technically they don't know what they're talking about because they haven't experienced our actual mental side. I have gone crazy in there, but I've only been tied up once, and that's it. But
what he means by tied up, guys, is some prisoners call it being tied up. Other prisoners call it bent up. What happens is, for instance, you refuse a direct order given to you by an officer in uniform, you are in serious trouble which can lead you.
Sorry guys, he got cut out for some reason. I don't know why. If his credit is run out, then that might be a problem. Because obviously on certain things, when you do phone up people, you get a certain amount of credit. And that credit basically like allows you kinda to like phone up any people, to be honest. And I think that might have been the reason. Oh, did your phone just cut out?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Mate, literally, I was just speaking about the phone credit and stuff like that, because I know that you do get phone credit as well, don't you?
Yeah.
I was literally just saying as well, guys, like, you do get amount of credit. So if you put in like 30 quid, that's 30 quid, like, at one go kind of thing. So it's like,
yeah.
What is it? What is the rate at the moment, like, per minute?
I wouldn't have a clue. It changes, every prison's different. Also, you can have, as prisoners, you can have money sent in by family members or your girlfriend, boyfriend, kids, if you've got kids, mum and dad. They can send as much they want. It has to be done through a bank transfer with your name, prison number, prison location, and stuff like that. That then goes into what they call a private account. Some prisons vary it, so you won't want that money straight away. Here in Channings Wood, if you're on the standard, you see £19 get dropped into your normal spends, which will show up on your canteen sheet when they hand it to you. If you're enhanced, you get £33 dropped down to your spends, plus wages, which to 18, depending on your job you do. Also, when you're enhanced, you have the perk. You can have like in some prisons, one extra visit, so it's 3 a month. Here, it's 4 a month. You get vehicles on top. Here, do 2. B-Cats like Winchester do 1 a month. They call it a purple visit. It lasts half hour. It's highly recommendable if you're close to your family. But when you get your canteen sheet, there is various things you can buy. If some of you are into makeup, then Channings Wood's the place to be, because it caters for species, which I'm not going to go into full detail because it's not my cup of tea. But yeah, prison's what you make it.
Yeah.
Get given a kettle, get given a bed, a toilet in your cell. If you're very lucky, and here, if you are well behaved and get to the officer's asses, and you get into enhancement, you can be moved into what they class as a super enhanced wing, where you have a shower in your cell. You get out more. It depends on you as an individual. People cope with a bit of bang up. Some people can't. If you can't, all I can say is.
Well, it depends on your behaviour in a sense. If you don't behave, then
Yeah,
obviously
totally.
it's like outside. Like even if you like with a friend or something like that, if you speak nicely to them, they'll speak nicely back to you. That's kind of how it works in prison. If you speak nice to the officers, they'll be nice back to you. If you be a cock to them, they'll be a cock to you.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, so I agree with Kyle there. Is depending on how you approach the officers, is they approach you back. If you treat them with respect, if you don't treat them with respect, they'll treat you like a cunt. And once you treat them like a cunt, your life's going to be hell, because they're the ones that they're the ones that go home to their families each day. They won't remind you of it, but they won't ever do anything to help you, that officer won't. And if you do that to one officer, it brushes off onto all the others.
Yeah.
So,
also,
all I can say is, when you're in prison, keep your fucking head down.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're in for a long fucking ride, and it ain't nice.
Yeah. Also, Kyle will know this as well. You will know this as well. Basically, since the first day, and since I got released, basically, I've been writing, haven't I? And I've got it in front of me now. Every day, you'll see, I've been writing what goes on, everything. And obviously it will be released in a book soon. I am trying to figure out how the fuck you do that first. But obviously, yeah. Also, I will let you know, guys, this is basically kinda just making sure there's nothing like actually like on here kind of thing. So basically, guys, this is what you'll get. I don't know if you'll be able to see that because of the light, but this is kind of what you'll get, which I'm showing them the release date notification slip you get.
Yeah, so that's something you get when you've been sentenced. Like, you get given your overall sentence, like how long the judge gave you.
Yep.
A year, and then halfway mark where you get released early. But I will advise you guys that listen, is depending on whatever the crime is that has been committed, those sentences can range from a few weeks in prison, maybe 14 days, from that up to a life sentence. And if you get given a sentence of so much, when you go to be released in front of a parole board, and it's very common, isn't it? There is no when you go for parole. I've seen it in this prison, I've seen it in many prisons. When prisoners have a parole up to see if they'll have to go back into the community, get that kind of gate happy. They get that sensation that I'm going to be a free man. Don't get your hopes up, because I'm not being horrible to the parole board. They're a bunch of wankers. You've actually done in prison to better yourself, and they ask you some very difficult questions about your crime, what went wrong, what do you think you could do.
His phone keeps dying. I also will tell you as well, when he does call, like, his call's being recorded. So it might be because of that. And if it is, Whoops. Let's see if he calls again. Yep. Mate, all I'm thinking, right, is the reason why you keep cutting off is anyone listening to your calls?
Most probably.
That's probably the reason why they're cutting you off all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll probably do this only for like another 10 minutes or something like that, and then we'll leave it there because obviously, one, I don't want you to get in trouble, and two, I don't really want you to get in trouble and then your phone calls all deleted again. So yeah. Obviously, prison life, obviously, as I said, well, as Carl said, kind of thing, when you see it in movies, kind of thing, it's nothing like that. Movies are all fake. They make everything up. In reality prison, everything is true. You literally, in Winchester, you go through 2 double doors, and there's security either side. You go in one door, they check on how many people are on the bus first, and then they go into the prison, and then they shut both doors behind you. When then both doors are shut, you're literally in the prison. You cannot physically escape. It's I wouldn't say it's secure because obviously I know some people have tried to escape. Example, Jack. If Jack is watching this, then obviously you know what I'm on about. And if you do try to escape, you will be wearing, so you won't be wearing like prison shit, you'll be wearing a yellow and blue suit.
They call it a clown suit.
Or banana suit.
Because it makes you look like a clown.
Well, they used to call it a banana suit, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Is it a boiler suit, technically?
Yeah, so it's like a boiler suit, or in some jails, and it's not something you want to wear.
No, because you get less...
You stand out. It stands out for the officers so they can...
be very wary of you.
Take your eye on you. And it's not something you want to do. The way I look at it is, if you try running away from what you've done, you ain't ever going to move forward. You're always going to live your life looking over your shoulder, all the time, and that's no life. The way I look at it, any sentence is doable, and it is hard, and Kyle will probably agree there.
Yeah.
And it's not easy being away from your loved ones, but you will eventually get your life back to a certain level. You work with your outside offender management, and you see them once a week, then it goes to fortnightly after so long, then once a month, but you get your life back. You can build those bridges again, like with your family, spend more time with your loved ones, your kids, or whatever, and that's what life you should focus on when you're inside, is where you went wrong, what you want to do differently, and how you want to live your future. If you want to be one of those sadistic people that want to commit crime, then you're just a moron in yourself.
Yeah, but obviously, for me, I regret everything I've done to lead up to prison. Even though I have done stuff when I was 14 and led me into a care home until I was 18, and then after 18, I couldn't control my mental health, and then my mental health went literally all over the place kind of thing, and it led me into prison. And as soon as I came out of prison, I literally stopped everything. I've stopped everything. I've still got fucking pending investigations, but hopefully they don't go anywhere, to be honest, because it was done when I was in prison. So yeah, I don't think they should have any evidence at all, to be honest. But I will let you know very soon if if you do call and then I don't answer for about a week or so, then you know where I am.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably come down to you or something. Hello.
Well, yeah. I'll probably be just about to go out the gate, and you're coming in.
Yeah. Kyle, can you see me?
And then it'll be me doing all these videos and coming down to visit you.
Yeah.
Spending your money.
Yeah,
I know what it's like in prison.
Yeah, I will say as well, guys, me from here to Kyle is a 4.5 hour fucking train journey.
It's just under 200 miles.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
so I'm basically 200 miles from my loved ones.
Yeah.
So any lads, females watching this, please live a law-abiding life as best you can.
And don't
do
what
hard,
we do.
But what you don't get told once you've committed this crime is you could be going to any prison in the country. You can be put. If you live in the south, you could be put up north.
Yeah, it depends on where they have
down
availability.
West. You could go literally any fucking where, and if you're if you're a family orientated person, then prison ain't the place for you.
Yeah, it just depends on where they have availability. To be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when I spoke to mental health team and stuff like that, they said if you was going to get around about 3 years, they were literally going to put me in Isle of Wight.
You see, Isle of Wight, I've heard good things about it. I've heard negative stuff.
Yeah, but again, it's not good because you're kind of off the actual United Kingdom. It's just a separate island.
Yeah, I get that. It's like the Isle of Wight's 23 miles big by 11 miles wide or something like that. It's a nice little island, but where you are, it's just like I'm on a place where people come on holiday in the summer. I'm in a prison like in Devon where loads of tourists come from this time of year right up through to October now, and it annoys me because I'm thinking what a bellend I was. If I didn't have like a fucking little kid throwing his dummy out of his pram, I could be one of those out there going on holiday.
Yeah.
So anyone watching this, live a law-abiding life.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way forward. If you come to prison, all I can say is the prison service is gonna get harder and harder on prisoners. It's not through themselves. It is how the system is going. The more people offend by the day, the more the prison number goes up. And when you're in prison, you're forgotten about.
Yeah, you're just a piece of paper. You're just basically a card in a sense. You're a number.
So Kyle calls it a card. I call it a number.
Yeah.
And what you don't realise is when you're in prison, you're just one, you're a number. Two, you're forgotten about. Three, you lose a lot of things. You can lose friends because of what's happened. You can lose family members or a loved one. In my case, I've lost everything.
Mm.
So I get out. Well, I'm still lost to a certain level.
Yeah.
So seriously, do not come to prisons. It's not a nice place.
No. But yeah, I think that will be it. Thank you very much to Kyle from prison to obviously call me. He does call me generally, but obviously we wanted to do this live stream and stuff like that because obviously, yes, the experiences that we've had obviously don't see the same as in films and stuff like that. But obviously in reality, prisons are prisons. Prisons are really hard, challenging stuff. And plus, if you have like mental health stuff or problems or disabilities and stuff like that, it's a lot more harder on you. And it will feel very horrible and stuff like that, but the officers and mental health team are going to try and help you as best they possibly can before you get released. Unless you're on death row and then you're fucked.
Or if your name's Kyle, like me, then they see it as there's no ever helping you.
Yeah, well...
So I've been failed by the system.
The reason why people are not helping you is because you're not helping yourself. you fucking are not... He's not eating the prison food. he's eating...
Yeah, I don't eat any of their food because I don't like food that's not cooked properly. I would prefer to eat a pack of noodles or a pack of biscuits that I can buy.
Yeah.
Or
when he does come out, guys, I will be doing a video with him, and we will basically show you, or I will buy the stuff from like Tesco's or something, of exactly what we used to eat and exactly what we used to get every day of a meal, and I'll show you what it would look like. I know the company because obviously the like where we used to see, if you was on the side of where the yard was, the exercise yard, you can see the lorry coming through delivering our food. And because obviously I knew the company very well, I'm going to try and get in contact with them and order some food. Some lovely food.
Well, no. So the food this company do is, I'll be honest,
is appalling.
A lot of like private schools, colleges across the country use this company.
Yes.
So this company is basically like 3663 that used to have contracts with the government. They used to do the prison, like supply the prison with food and that. So the food itself they're getting is good. Like, can be good stuff, but what the government don't tell the public is prisoners' meals. Each prisoner's meal costs like just under £1.81 a day at the moment.
Yeah.
And what they don't also tell you, like the outside world, is keep a prisoner. Every week, each prisoner, it costs over probably £5,000 at the moment.
Yeah.
And that number is just going to keep rocketing up with all these costs going up. And it's just outrageous.
It is horrible.
That these moron of judges, courts, who some of them are weird, some of them are criminals in their own little way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into details what they do, but the system is just failing at the moment.
Pretty much,
in a lot of things.
Well,
yeah,
that's the life of prison for us and everything. If you have been a prisoner and you are watching this, you probably know what we're on about. But if you're not, then you're shit. But anyway, thank you very much, and obviously I will be doing another video, not on this subject, but I will be doing another video some point this week, on a different topic. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. That doesn't mean, Carl, you shut off the phone. See you guys.